Hello, good morning, students. Please subscribe the channel, drop a like, share, and comment. This is Progressive Monthly Magazine, August 2025, exercise number 11 and 12 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. We have ushered in a new era of transparency. We have given a corruption free government. The Real Estate Act 2016 and Benami Transaction Prohibition Act 1988 are helping to bring transparency in the real estate sector. The Fugitive Economic Offenders Act 2018 will help confiscate and dispose of the assets of economic offenders who escape the jurisdiction of the laws in India. Additionally, we conducted transparent auction of natural resources including coal and spectrum. We have walked the talk. As a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi's 150th birth anniversary in 2019, our government initiated the world's largest behavioral change movement with the Swachh Bharat mission. India has achieved 98% rural sanitation coverage and as many as 5.45 lakh villages have been declared open defecation free. It is a holistic program and has succeeded in changing the mindset of our people. With the people participation, they transformed it from a government scheme to a national movement. I thank the 130 crore people of the nation for the success of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan who adopted it wholeheartedly. The poor have the first right on the resources of the nation. The government, while maintaining the existing reservation for scheduled caste or scheduled tribe or other backward classes, have now ensured 10% reservation in educational institutions and government services for poor. In these institutions, around 25% extra seats will be provided so that there is no shortfall of presently available or reserved seats for any class. To provide food grains at affordable prices to the poor and middle classes, about rupees 1.70 thousand crores were spent in the year 2018-19, which is almost double the amount of rupees 92,000 crores spent in the year 2013-14. We ensure that everyone gets food and none goes to sleep hungry. Rupees 60,000 crores are being allocated for Maganarega in 2019-20. Additional amount would be provided if required. We have worked to bridge the urban-rural divide in the country. Honorable members in this august house, most of them whom are from rural areas, will agree that several times in the past, only empty promises have been made to people living in our villages. During the last 5 years, we have undertaken targeted expenditure to improve their quality of life in all its dimensions. Madam Speaker, till the year 2014, about 2.5 crore families were forced to live the life of 18th century without electricity. Under Saubhagya Yojana, we provided free electricity connection to almost every household. By March 2019, all willing families will get electricity connection. In mission mode, we have provided 143 crore LED bulbs with the participation of private sector. This has resulted into a savings of approximately rupees 50,000 crore per year in electricity bills of poor and middle class families. The past 5 years have seen massive scale up of healthcare. Earlier, a poor man used to be in dilemma whether to fulfill daily needs of the family or save the life of an ailing member. This situation has deeply pained our Honorable Prime Minister. We launched the world's largest healthcare program, Ayushman Bharat, to provide medical treatment to nearly 50 crore people. Already close to 10 lakh patients have benefited for medical treatment which would have cost them rupees 3000 crore through free treatment made available under this scheme. Lakhs of poor and middle class people are also benefiting from reduction in the prices of essential medicines, cardiac stents, and knee implants, and availability of medicines at affordable prices through Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendras. There are 21 AIMS operating or being established in the country presently. 14 of these 21 AIMS have been announced since 2014. I am happy to announce setting up of new the 22nd AIMS in Haryana. The Aspirational Districts program is providing targeted development to the 115 most backward districts of the country. The program has achieved notable results with improved performance on all indicators: health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, financial inclusion, and skill development. Madam Speaker, our hard-working farmers were not getting the full value of their produce. With an aim to double the income of farmers, our government, for the first time in history, has fixed the minimum support price of all 22 crops at minimum 50% more than the cost. Agriculture continues to be the main driver of the rural economy. Our hardworking farmers, supported by pro farmer policies of our government in the past 4.5 years, have produced agriculture commodities in record quantities. Declining prices of agricultural commodities in the international market and fall in food inflation in India since 2017-18 relative to non-food sector have, however, reduced the returns from farming. Small and fragmented land holding on account of repeated divisions has also contributed in decline in the income of the farmer family. Hence, there is a need for providing structured income support to the poor landholder.